As we are back here on the West Coast Wrestling Connection, and Morty.
Is it college football season? What's going on up here?
Well, we know they've came from the gridiron in the past, but the Fit Club is here. Matt Ecstatic and Dillon Devine, one of the top tag teams in the WCWC. But tonight, it will be singles competition for that man on the right.
And his opponent, accompanied in the ring by Damian Drake from Charleston, Massachusetts. He is one half of the WCWC Tag Team Champions, the Irish Juggernaut, Mikey O'Shea.
And the four-time WCWC Tag Team Champion makes his way out here to a rousing ovation as Fight and Flight has certainly taken the WCWC by storm over the last couple of months.
Well, they haven't taken me by storm quite yet. They're doing good. They got the belts, but I'm still not that impressed. The Bonus Boys should still be our champion.
What does O'Shea and what does Drake have to do to win Morty Lipschitz over?
Money would be nice.
I bet it would.
Gifts, a new boat, a new car.
And we certainly know your well-documented history.
A bevy of women.
I bet. As we know your well-documented history supporting the Wrecking Crew. But Morty, you have shown some favoritism to the Fit Club since their debut a couple of months ago.
Even though my pizza was taken. That Pizzagate was a tough time for me. But Dillon apologized. He's going to have his hands full with Mikey. Let's get back to wrestling. That's what we're here for.
Bell sounds, we're underway. Referee Sparky Ballard assigned to this contest. Mikey O'Shea one-on-one with Dillon Devine. And again, Morty, whether you're a fan of the Fit Club or not, a win by Devine tonight will probably cinch them in position to be #1 contenders.
Brilliant statement, and I agree. And it's going to happen.
Dillon Devine and Matt Ecstatic. It's been about 5 years, but they are former tag team champions in their own right. Prior to being on PDX TV, but ever since arriving here each and every Saturday at 11 p.m., they have certainly made an impact.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I noticed that Matt Ecstatic is on the outside for the Fit Club, but the one to watch who's going to cause trouble is going to be that little Damian Drake guy. I do not trust him.
What trouble does Drake cause?
Well, look at him. Just take a look. Would you buy a used car from that man? Obviously not. Therefore, you can't trust him in the ring.
I think I've bought one from you.
That's not the point. I'm talking about Damian Drake, not me.
As Mikey O'Shea on the outside right now, trying to control Dillon Devine, but Matt Ecstatic inserting himself. It's a classic 2-on-1 scenario. And the Fit Club, whether they have a coach or not, seemingly in control here together.
Then why is Mikey O'Shea outside in that general vicinity where he shouldn't be? Wouldn't be a problem if he'd gone out of the ring somewhere else.
As Matt Ecstatic tried to insert himself in the early going, as you see him have that ab roller as Damian Drake looks to neutralize things. And Dillon Devine throwing those knees right into the midsection of Mikey O'Shea.
Have you ever used one of those ab rollers at home, by the way? They're quite fascinating.
I have used one in the past. I don't know if Dillon Devine's used one besides for interference, but nonetheless. Continues to throw those knees into the midsection. Mikey O'Shea again has lost an incredible amount of weight over the last couple of months and really worked himself in great shape. But Dillon Devine trying to do his best to keep him grounded here. As when it comes to these two tag teams, these are the two power sources, the two bigger men of the units. Spins him around, reverse neck breaker. Nicely done by Devine. Hooks that outside leg. 2.
People think Devine just eats pizza. He's a pretty darn good wrestler in his own right. You saw an actual wrestling move. People say he can't wrestle, he just eats and plays, but that was wonderful.
Indeed.
Well done.
Indeed it was, and we know Dillon Devine can pick up that intensity from time to time. Sometimes it seems like he's joking around, and then at a moment's notice, he can almost snap. Side headlock cinched in here. Capacity crowd on hand at the Camp Withicum Armory, our brand new home for the West Coast Wrestling Connection. As O'Shea charges in and eats the boot of Devine.
The big size 13.5 boot.
And Dillon Devine with an STO. Catches him napping right there. This could do it, Morty, too. And a near fall as the Irish Juggernaut stays alive in this one.
But it was close, just this close, Blake.
It was very close, less than a half a count away from a pinfall victory for Dillon Devine. And what again would probably signal brand new #1 contenders. As with the bonus boys lost last week. Nice side slam by O'Shea. The rematch clause has been used up, and new #1 contenders are to be set coming up here in the WCWC. And O'Shea charges in once again. Look at the contact here by Mikey O'Shea. And the exploder suplex tosses Divine nearly halfway across the ring.
He tossed him like a lightweight melon or something. I've never seen anybody, Dillon Divine, toss that easily that far.
Again, O'Shea's been doing a lot of training. Maybe those kettlebells are paying off here, Morty.
The what are paying off?
As O'Shea's got him in position, could be time for the gunslinger.
Uh-oh.
As Matt Ecstatic has different designs. And wait a minute, here comes Damian Drake. He's gonna pull Ecstatic off the apron and neutralize him, preventing any interference from the cam of the Can-Am experience.
Looks like they're forehead to forehead over there, and they aren't the legal men in this match.
Oh, and Dillon Divine takes it right to Ecstatic here. We've got a 2-on-1 beatdown. Mikey O'Shea on the outside. Now, Morty, all four men are brawling outside the ring. Referee Sparky Ballard's calling for the bell. I think he's throwing this out.
I think it's all he can do.
The official has ruled this bout a no contest.
So a no contest in a match where very well the Fit Club could have put themselves in #1 contender's position.
Oh, they still did, with a fine job out there.
I don't know if that will officially make them #1 contenders, but nonetheless, O'Shea and Ecstatic, they're now brawling to the back. Morty, we've lost control here. Okay, Morty, so we'll try to bring you some updates on what we just saw, but coming up next for the first time in a couple of weeks, the Pacific Northwest title is on the line as the Grappler will defend his gold.
And win, and keep the belt. Mark my words.
That remains to be seen, but we'll find out coming up next.
Giselle here, tracking down Mikey O'Shea and Damian Drake to share some exciting news. Mikey, I just learned that you are going to be defending the Tag Team Championship against the Fit Club next week.
Really? I'm looking forward to it even more now because I want to get my hands on those two once again. Dillon, we were just having a one-on-one competitional match. And then your little buddy, Matt X, wants to get into our business and turn it into a freaking brawl. That's great. You want these tag team titles that bad? I am more than happy to give you a title shot. But you better realize something, boys. While you guys are pretending to be fit, you're dealing with a reincarnation of Bam Bam Bigelow with the heart of Rocky Balboa, and you're dealing with a guy that's Red Hood and Nightwing put together. Boys, time to go to work.
I hope you guys can watch the sky as clear in the night.
And now, back to ringside.